After Friday's monster rally, Indian markets on Monday, they consolidated in a range. Would you say that is a perfectly acceptable outcome?
Good morning, Nikunj. I think this was the way we had planned this campaign. You would recall that for the last about a month, I was not keen on doing much on the index. But when a market breaks out after being in such a narrow range, follow-through should be expected. And that is what we are getting. Now, people who follow this program, the difficult job is to hold on to that position. The big gains in the market are not made by, taking 50 points here and 100 points there. But, when you maximize a move, that is where, wealth is created, even in this kind of a very sideways type of market. So for the next, 7-8 sessions, if people just hold on to their long positions, they'll make a lot more money than doing a lot of, up and down. So Nifty could easily do, 5400, 5450, and the market will tell us when it's about to turn. So far, there are no indications. Bank Nifty, 10,700, 800 is the first point where I would consider, looking over my shoulder. So Nifty for the day needs to stay above 5281. Resistance comes in at 5299 and 5320. Nifty support at 5260 and 5242. Bank Nifty must stay above 10,388. CNX IT must stay above 6131. BTSTs from yesterday, Tata Global was a buy with a stop about 117, target of 126. Adani Enterprises was a buy with a stop about 232, target of 248. Jubilant Food was a buy with a stop about 1200, target of 1290. Fresh Calls Financial Technology is a buy with a stop about 732, target of 790. Bajaj Hind Sugar did well yesterday, so that's a buy with a stop about 29, target of 35. United Spirits is a buy with a stop about 695, target of 750. Orient Bank is a buy with a stop about 254, target of 275. Century Textile, which again broke out of consolidation 2 or 3 days back, and that's a buy with a stop about 305, target of 330. And going with the capital goods, Punj Lloyd is a buy with a stop about 48, a target of 56.
Mitesh, what is your sense on which way the market would head today? We did make a dash at 5,300, but a failed one at that.
I think, that's the way this market has panned out. If you see, I think in the last few months, any rally has not happened in a linear form. But the good thing is that, as Ashwani also mentioned, I think there is no signal of trend reversal happening over here. I think, very clearly, this is a much more stable rally, and I think that's a good sign of a market which possibly still is way away from any kind of distribution patterns. So my sense is that while we might not have gotten past 5,300 yesterday, but I think, given the fact that if you add Friday's movement to the markets, I think we've had a very strong rally in the last 2 days. I think maybe Monday was more of a consolidative day, and I think that kind of days will happen within an uptrend. The overall scenario is that I think, my sense is that we might actually head towards 5350, 5370 spot levels in the Nifty in the next couple of days, where there were earlier highs, and that could, lead to some kind of possible consolidation. The market is kind of respecting every technical level, and it consolidates around those levels before giving a breakout. So the uptrend remains, but I think, 5350, 5370, you might again spend a few more days before eventually breaking on the upside, and I think we also maintain a target of 5450 to about 5470 on the Nifty. The Bank Nifty also has given a breakout, and I think that's a very strong indication that possibly it could be one of the sectors which could lead, with some catching up done by the metals side. The CNX IT, which is a slight spot of bother in the sense that the CNX IT index has not really moved up or has not really gained in the last few days, and the stocks are basically oscillating in a range. There's no weakness over there, so maybe, CNX IT could underperform. But broadly, I think it will be banks, metals, as well as a good contribution from the oil and gas index, as well as, some up moves coming from the infra side.
Mitesh, how would you view ITC?
So I think the stock gave a breakout, and then, we saw bad news hit it badly. The breakout level was around 248, 249. I think yesterday's fall has definitely disturbed the charts, but as long as the stock doesn't start closing below 248, I'm not sure whether the breakout has failed or not. So for the time being, just keep it on the watch list. Let's see how it reacts. If it comes below 250 levels, if it bounces back immediately, possibly after some consolidation, the uptrend would resume.
Ashwani, what about the strength for the cement names, the likes of an India Cement as well as ACCN? Do you see that continuing today as well?
Well, I think the impetus these stocks were needed was the CCI order. Since it's been announced, these stocks have not really stopped. So now, India Cement should get back to levels of about 105. Similarly, you could see ACC even move to closer to levels of about 1400, which were previous intermediate highs. Ambuja, once we get past 180, a fresh leg is likely to start. But again, at around the intermediate highs, I would like to take profits and wait for the actual breakout to happen. Given, monsoon, etc., how it's failing, it may be difficult for these stocks to continue beyond, their previous intermediate highs. So, I think some more way to go, but at higher levels, maybe some profit should be taken, and we need to see if, fresh highs are made.
Fair point, and most of the cement stocks are very expensive. ACC, Ambuja, Grasim, even though it's a holding company, most of these stocks are not trading at a 20 to 25% premium to the replacement cost. So if the general economic conditions are poor, at a time when private sector capex is yet to start, there is hope that it will pick up in the second half. Investment cycle has broken down. I guess it's difficult on paper to make a case that cement stocks, they may outperform in the near term. In the short term, it's all about technical adjustment. There is strength in cement, so they may outperform. But that cement trade, to my mind, is now looking like a crowded trade. Let's connect with Sandeep Agle for his trading ideas, and it's a full house there. Sandeep, your number one idea is Jubilant FoodWorks. What makes you bullish on Jubilant FoodWorks?
Well, echoing the price action yesterday suggests that there is some more upside. A clear breakout with volumes and the price staying at those levels makes it a clear buy. And a lot of other stocks in that space as well. A buy in Jubilant Food, stop loss of 1198, target of 1275. A buy in Crompton Greaves, stop loss of 122, target 134. A buy in Patel Engineering, stop loss of 9350, target 105. A buy in BGR Energy, but this is only on a breakout above 312.50. Stop loss of 309, target of 324. And a buy in TTK Prestige, stop loss 3125, target 3265.